What's good? What's good, man? I'm gonna tell you what's good. Honestly, I don't think most people actually want the lifestyle that they're living. I think many people has just accepted it. And there's a difference because when you grow up seeing constant stress, constant exhaustion, and constant survival mode everywhere, eventually you stop questioning it and you start calling it normal adulthood, right? But lately, I've been thinking deeply about this. Do people really want constant pressure? Do people really want no ownership over their own time? Do people want to be barely seeing their families, living mentally exhausted day to day, always rushing everywhere and feeling trapped by their own schedules? Or have we just been conditioned to believe that this is what life actually looks like? This question's been hitting me hard, man. I'm gonna tell you what I started seeing because once my own lifestyle started changing, I began noticing how deeply normalized burnout has become. People are exhausted constantly, they're disconnected constantly, and overstimulated continually. And most don't even realize how abnormal that really is. It's a survival culture, right? Where we've almost built a culture here where stress equals importance, exhaustion equals ambition, and busyness equals value, right? And if you're not overwhelmed all the time, people assume you're not working hard enough. Your mindset, that mindset, that's dangerous, man. I'm gonna tell you what I thought before. For years, I thought this is just how success works, right? You sacrifice your peace, you sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your health, and you sacrifice your presence. And maybe someday later, you'll finally get to live, right? But honestly, that started feeling backwards to me. Didn't God set it up right from the beginning and we messed it up? So here's the perspective shift, right? Because what's the point of building a future if you lose your entire life in the process? How are you going to have a future without a future? Answer that for me. This question how changed how I think about all of this completely. I'm going to tell you what I think people actually want. I think most people don't hate work. I think they hate feeling trapped. I think they hate lacking autonomy, which means being able to dictate what you want to do. I think people hate constant stress. I think people hate the no flexibility, no margin in their life, never feeling present. I'm gonna tell you what I think people want. I think people want peace. I think people want purpose, freedom, alignment, meaningful work that actually means something. Being able to spend time with family. People want that. And people want room to breathe. That's different. So honestly, once I started experiencing even a little bit more peace and flexibility in my own life, I realized how much I had normalized survival mode. I normalized tension all the time, urgency, overstimulation, and emotional exhaustion. Now I'm realizing life doesn't always have to feel that way. And there's a spiritual side to things too, right? And having more space in my life has changed me spiritually too. I can think more clearly. I can read the word more deeply. I can actually sit with my thoughts instead of constantly rushing past them. And that's been changing me internally. I'm going to tell you what I believe now. I believe a lot of people are waking up right now, not just financially, existentially, right? People are starting to ask, is this the life that I really want for myself? And honestly, I think that's a healthy question. I think people need to be asking this to themselves because success without peace eventually just feels empty. Money without presence eventually feels hollow. And achievement without alignment, that eventually starts feeling meaningless. This realization changed me deeply. I don't think people actually want to live this lifestyle. I think many people are simply afraid that there's no alternative. But once you experience even a glimpse of freedom, of peace and alignment, it becomes very difficult to ignore that feeling. And I think more people are starting to feel that than ever before. If you've been questioning the way that modern life feels lately, I want you to comment the word consistency down below because it becomes consistent when you tune into it. Sometimes you can be consistent in survival mode, sometimes you be consistent in your peace, and you got to start letting other things go. You know what it is, man. Till next time, I appreciate you. Peace.